Was good, y'all? To an episode of Buzz Boys, and this video is late. Like it's midnight. We played at noon, so I'm like literally 12 hours late. But I had to make some content. Earlier today, the Hornets took a L to the Knicks, and it got ugly. But before the injury to Brandon Miller, everything was going great. He was gonna have a historic Madison Square Garden debut. Everything was going great. And once he got hurt, it seemed like everything was over with. Um, Lamelo played great, and I'm glad to see that he's back. I mean, 32 points on 65% shooting is amazing. Um, I'm glad that from last week to this week is a totally different player. But I just hate to see that, nobody can seem to help the guy. Um, it's like when Lamelo has a good game, everybody else plays like shit. And then when Lamelo's playing like shit, everybody else is playing great. Like it's like what the fuck. But I don't know. It just is what it is. And like I said, once Brandon got hurt, it killed everything. But anyways, I'm gonna keep this video short. I'm gonna keep this video short because, like I said, it is late. Um, First thing I got written down, my first note: the Hornets got off to a slow start. It's just the same thing almost every game, bro. You get off to a slow start. Next thing you know, the game just started, but you're down 8, you're down 10, and you spend almost the entire first quarter trying to claw your way back. Um, and I mean, the main thing keeping us in the game was Brandon Miller. I mean, he got out to such a great start, 11 points in 9 minutes and 56 seconds. So basically, 11 points in 10 minutes, had 3 rebounds. He was playing some good defense on Jalen Brunson, um, coming down, make some tough shots. Um, you hate to see him get hurt, and I mean, I got to give props to the kid because he got hurt. He tried to give it a go. He tried to come back in. A few minutes later, he couldn't do it. But he showed his heart and grit just by trying to get back out there on the court. And I got to show some love to Gordon Hayward too because it was kind of the same thing for him. Um, he was questionable before the game, and I was watching the Knicks stream, and they were talking about how Gordon Hayward was like about to be out, and they tried to stop Gordon from playing, and Gordon he wanted to play. Um, so that's something that I respect. Gordon wanted to be out there on the floor. You take a look at this roster, you know we can't afford to lose nobody. And I think that's why Brandon Miller tried to get back in the game. He know we can't afford to lose him. I think that's why Gordon tried to go today. He know we can't afford to lose. We already got Terry out. Miles is out. The bench is garbage. These guys know that. I got to give them props for trying to fight through their injuries. But yeah, the slow start is what killed us again, really. And then once Brandon got hurt, it was just over with. Turnovers, we would just turn the ball over from the very beginning. Turnovers, like our first 2, 3 possessions, turnovers. Um, I mean, let's see how many turnovers we ended up having. We ended up having 12, which is actually not that bad. The Knicks had 9. Um, but like, let me see how many we had in the first quarter. Only 3, but they were fast though. I'm trying to like they were like within the first few possessions. Like you're like it was just ugly. And another thing I want to highlight: Demelo and Mark connection is real. We can see it forming. Now Mark did have a subpar game today, but the Melo Mark connection is nice. I mean, Mark was still 4 for 5, and it's like, why can't he get more touches? Um, and it's like, bro, Steve Clifford, you gotta keep LaMelo and Mark on the floor at the same time. I don't care. They need to be on the floor together at the same time. Because pick and roll, I mean, bro, it works. Um, bro, it looks special. It looks special, and I just don't understand why Mark only has 5 field goal attempts. He made his free throws. He only had 3 fouls. I don't know. I just don't understand, bro. I don't understand Steve Clifford's rotations. I don't understand. I just don't get the stuff that he does. Now I know Mark Williams, he did get 2 fouls in the second quarter, but I mean, I don't know. I guess by the time he was out of foul trouble in the game was already getting ugly. I don't know, but I want to see more Melo and Mark on the floor together because they special, man. Lamelo gonna throw that lob, like Um, and I mean, we got back in the game, man. I'm trying to think how much we were down. I don't know. We were down double digits, man, and we got back in the game. At one point, took a quick lead, and like I said, man, once Brandon got hurt, it was over with. But he was playing like a goat, man. He was like he was finna go for 30 or 40. Like he was busting ass, bro. He was busting ass. Like I'm literally writing this stuff down. Like boom, goat, Miller, goat. Damn, my next bulletin point. Miller hurt. We can't have shit, bro. He literally got hurt scoring. He laid the ball up and came down somebody's ankle. Like that shit is crazy. Josh Hart ankle. Like fuck, bro. And one thing I need Lamelo to do as the leader of this team, bro, you gotta make these guys wear fucking ankle braces. I don't give a fuck. They gonna listen to you, bro. This Hornets team has been plagued by sprained ankles for fucking years. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Everybody wants to wear these low top Kobe's and they twist their fucking ankle. Make these motherfuckers wear ankle braces. If Lamelo can do it, everybody else can do it. Just make them wear ankle braces, bro. Damn. Fuck, man. And then, I mean, once Brandon Miller got hurt, LaMelo caught on fire. LaMelo caught on fire, and it was wonderful to see, honestly. He was the only thing that made that first half somewhat watchable. I mean, he had 21 in the first half, 3 for 5 from three. He was making deep ass threes, 9 for 13 from the field. Like, bro, he was cooking efficiently. And he, like I said, he was the only person that made that first half watchable. And I mean, at halftime, we were somehow only down 10. And I mean, in the first half, you got LaMelo with 21, Brandon with 11, Mark has 4 points, PJ has 4 points, Gordon has 4 points. This is halftime. JT Thor 0, cardio. Teo Maladon 0, cardio. Bryce McGowan 0, cardio. We were lucky to only be down 10 points, bro. Because the bench provided absolutely nothing. Nick Richards, 4 points. Ish Smith, 4 points. Leaky Black came in for 2 minutes, had a block, and got his first points of his NBA career. And then he stopped playing. Makes no fucking sense, right? Um, so yeah, we were lucky to be able to even be down 10. But in that second half, it got ugly. And it didn't matter anymore. Um, but one thing I did, I got to talk about the ugliest thing that I saw: Teo and Ish Smith on the floor together at the same time. What the fuck, Cliff? What is this bullshit, man? I'm sorry, bro. I know it's slim pickings, but you put that out. You put that out. Not to mention when we're losing, like you put that out, thinking that that's gonna score. Let's see what these motherfuckers ended with. Ish Smith ended with 4 points in 17 minutes. Teo Maladon finished with 6 points, shooting 16% in 25 minutes. And you have them on the floor together. Why? And I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a fuck. You guys stagger that shit better. If you want to have one of them out there, have them out there with LaMelo or something. Or Nick Smith Jr. Why wasn't he playing? And now I know he ended up finishing 1 for 6. But I mean, if you kind of watched it, he was just chucking because I feel like he was upset that he didn't get a chance to play the whole game. Not to say that's the right or wrong thing to do, but it's not like he was in the flow of the offense. He was basically out there with bum ass motherfuckers and just chucked. But shit, at least he made a shot. He still almost had as many points as Ish Smith. He still had more points than Bryce. Like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, this shit's crazy. I just don't understand, bruh. I just don't understand. Like Nick Smith Jr. was drafted to score the basketball, right? That's why you drafted him because he was number one in his class. He can score the basketball. So why are we out here watching Teo and Ish Smith on the floor together? Neither one can score the basketball. We know that. I know people are like, oh, we don't know what Nick Smith can do. We don't know exactly. We don't know. I know what these motherfuckers can do. Nothing. I know what Ish Smith is gonna do. Nothing. I know what Taylor's gonna do. Nothing. He might have 9 points. That's been his highest mark on the season. He might have 9 points. He might play like absolute jack shit. Do jack shit. Do nothing. So I mean, I don't understand what's the whole point in drafting all these fucking people. We done been having 4 draft picks almost every fucking draft. Why? Why are we hoarding these draft picks if we're gonna fucking not use them? Makes no sense. Trade them for some veterans or draft some 4-year guys. We draft in one and dones and a bunch of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds and then don't play them and don't develop them. It makes no sense. And play Nick Smith. We watching this bullshit. Even Amari Bailey came in. Amari Bailey played 3 minutes. He had 2 points. He was a +7. Played better than Bryce. Bryce McGowns did fucking pure cardio. A bunch of fucking zeros, bro. A bunch of zeros. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, no turnovers, no fouls. He ended up finishing with 2 points, but at one point that was a 0-2. Just zeros all across the board for Bryce McGowns. Why are you out there for 19 minutes doing absolutely nothing? Nothing at all. You're not even fouling a motherfucker. You ain't doing nothing. You just standing there, cardio, running from 3 point line, 3 point line, doing pure cardio. Insanity. Amari Bailey, he come in, 3 minutes of playing time. He get 2 boards. He get 2 rebounds. And guess what? They was both offensive rebounds. He was hungry for the basketball. And he scored. How he do more than you in 3 minutes than you did in 19 minutes, Bryce? I can't stand this shit. I can't stand to watch this shit. Like, dude, this disgusting. This bench is disgusting, man. How Leaky Black play 5 minutes, have a better game than Bryce? I just don't get it. 5 points, 2 rebounds. That's JT Thor stat line almost every night. He played 5 minutes, dog. Like, we have too many motherfuckers getting extended minutes doing nothing. But congrats to Leaky Black. I'm glad he got in there. I'm glad he did something. Go Tar Heels. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a Tar Heel fan. I need to make some content for them. I really be lacking on that. But shout out to Leaky. Shout out to Hubert Davis for making Leaky Black develop a corner three. Because if he can keep making that, he's gonna actually get some playing time in this league. I already talked about Bryce doing pure cardio. Disgusting officiating. The officiating was disgusting. The Hornets have been getting a terrible whistle all year. It's honestly hard to watch. It's like Lamelo damn near has to get fucking CTE, get a fucking concussion, be damn near fucking bleeding to get a foul call. It's crazy. Um, Nick Smith Jr. got freed. He actually was able to play. It wasn't until it was well out of reach he got the chance to play. He didn't have good shooting splits. Like I said, he really was out there chucking on some fucking shit. As you see, he shot 4 threes in 7 minutes. He was just chucking. Yeah. But and he actually smoked a fucking layup. I don't know why he missed that shit, but I want to see more of him. It can't be worse for him. And at least he had 2 assists. At least he came in and did something. Um, I already talked about the bench being ass. I already talked about Leaky. Um, but yeah, Leaky made a three and all type of shit. Like he was doing a little shit like, oh shit, yeah, Leaky. But one thing I do want to address though, even though I gave Gordon Hayward props for playing through the pain earlier, 6 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. I can't excuse that shit in 29 minutes, Gordon. What the fuck is that? PJ Washington, 4 points, 4 fouls, 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 5 from three, 21 minutes. I can't excuse that shit, man. When you have two starters combined for 10 points, you're probably gonna lose the game. Mark had a subpar game as well. He should have been getting more touches. But what the fuck you gonna do when your starting power forward has 2 points? I mean 4 points, and your starting small forward has 6 points. You're probably gonna lose the fucking game. If and you know, if they would have had games like they've been having, 20-point games, and hey, this game might have went another way. But that's why depth is so important because your starters ain't always gonna play a fucking amazing. That's why you need somebody off the bench to provide something. Outside of Nick Richards, nobody did nothing. I mean, Nick Richards had 16 points and 4 rebounds. He outplayed Mark. But who helped Nick on the bench? Nobody. I mean, at one point, bro, Brandon Miller, who played 9 minutes in the first quarter, had 11 points for almost the entire game. Besides Lamelo, nobody had more than 11 points. Nick Nick Richards is the only person that had more than 11 points. You telling me he got hurt in the first quarter and still was our third leading scorer? Nobody else did anything the entire game? That's crazy. Now, I am going to say, Hornets fans, don't panic. At the end of the day, what we saw for most of this game was pretty much Greensboro Swarm. Um, Now, it is a problem. It is definitely a problem. And Mitch Kupchak is a fucking clown for not using our mid-level exception and getting us some fucking players, some guards specifically. But at the end of the day, Gordon playing like shit, not really healthy. PJ played like shit. Brandon Miller got hurt. He's back. Terry's back. Miles is back in 2 games. We'll be okay. That's a nice top 8. Lamelo, Terry, Gordon, Miles, PJ, Mark, Nick, Brandon. That's a nice top 8. We will be okay. We got those 8 guys out there. We will be okay. It's all right. It's coming. Don't read too much into this. I mean, half these motherfuckers are not even NBA caliber talent. Don't worry about this. And now you hate to lose, but we get full strength, then we can start judging what this team really is. Cause I mean, this is a joke. I'm sorry, but this is atrocious. This is come on, bro. And then I forgot Cody Martin. That's 9. That makes a 9-man rotation. If Cody Martin can even fucking walk, we'll fucking see if he can ever play basketball again in his life. Cause we don't even know what the fuck his injury is. Book night getting cleared soon. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I say don't read too much into this because Teo Maladon, two-way player. Bryce McGowan's probably gonna be in Greensboro. Ish Smith, ass washed. Leaky Black, probably gonna be in Greensboro. Amari Bailey, Greensboro. Nick Smith Jr., verdict still out. We'll see, but chances are at some point he's gonna end up in Greensboro. JT Thor, once Miles comes back, probably gonna end up in Greensboro. We'll see. But I mean, I say don't get too high, don't get too low. Let's just wait till we get back to full strength, then judge. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I actually didn't think this was gonna get anywhere near 20 minutes, but it did. Anyways, man, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We at 715 right now. Thank you so much for 715 subscribers. We're growing every day. That's why I had to make a video. I'm like, man, we're growing. I gotta make some content. I had a long day. I done went to a different state and back and all types of shit. So I had a long day. And the early game just kind of threw me off. But I had to make something for y'all. So I hope y'all appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. We back at it on Tuesday night. Until then, peace.